sights on doing that very hard thing, won't you please? In speeches at memorials like this or at graduations, talk of changing the world may sound trite, but it's not trite, it's doable. If you ever imagined that changing the world was possible, consider Malala and the change she's bringing about. But if you ever doubt that positive change is still necessary, consider those hundreds of kidnapped Nigerian girls we recently learned about, who are just trying to go to school too. And consider Hannah Metzler, who would have given anything for someone to have a cure by now. With all the bad surrounding Hannah's illness and death, there is one thing that we do know. We know that there is goodness. There is goodness. It's all around us. It has been all around us this whole time. And it's you. When we were dangling by a thread, or the last bit of rope was fraying, you good people reached out and extended a hand. You lifted us up. You carried the weight. You eased our pain. You took on our mundane chores. You fed us, you comforted us, and held us in your hand. You walked alongside us, you listened. That is what you wonderful friends and family have done for us. Every laborious step, every ache, you helped us carry that cross. The meals and visits and phone calls, and flowers and cards and Facebook postings and errands and videos and t-shirts, money and Relay for Life and student gatherings in the gym and vigils on the hill, and more people involved in Hannah's Crush Cancer concert than we could ever imagine. And my pickup basketball guys, I hope you know how important a game of hoops can be. Know that it made everything better for us, and it will continue to make everything better. But it's important for us to realize that this is your pain too, especially for you kids. She was your friend, and I have no idea what it's like to lose a friend at your age. I know that you all handled it so much better than I would have. You reached out to her even though it was hard. And you found a way to battle through the discomfort and pain and let her know that she was loved and supported. And you did the same for us. Even the other day, all dressed up in your prom clothes and bringing flowers to Nancy, you kids get it. And you have been simply wonderful in the face of your own pain. So we've been through all this pain, and that will never cease. It'll morph and rear its head every holiday and birthday, and every time I see students walking on the college campus with their new roommates and think that that should have been Hannah. And we'll miss her every time we travel because she loved to travel. And we'll miss her around the dinner table for everyday conversation. I'll miss one of her favorite remarks. She'd often exclaim very matter-of-factly with a little lilt in her voice, that doesn't seem right. She'd say it whenever we were talking about world affairs, politics, or stories from the high school hallways, or our workplace, or tales Luke would bring home from college. When the discussion veered into the realm of fairness, that's when she would inevitably pipe in, that doesn't seem right. Hannah had a keen sense of justice and fairness and could cut right to the heart of it pretty quickly. She was deep down a very kind person who put others first, who was sensitive to the needs and perspectives of others, who, as Atticus Finch put it in To Kill a Mockingbird, she could climb into other people's skin and walk around for a while. And that's, I think, what brings us to today, the reason for all the goodness we've experienced during this ordeal, the outpouring of kindness and support, the reason you're all here today and have been by our side is because of this special kid with a special knack of putting others first. Because she made our lives better, a lot of lives better, we gather here today to say thanks to Hannah. To let her know, to let the world somehow know that we appreciated her. So to close, and as a way to let Hannah and the rest of the world know, I'd like you to join me in shouting a big thank you to Hannah. Let the heavens ring, let it resonate from the rooftops and bounce off the clouds, right here in front of God and everybody. Let's shout a big thank you, Hannah. Are you guys with me? Yeah. All right, on three. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Hannah.
I thank you all. Thanks so much. We're now going to have some of... Oh, we're going to have choir. I'm so sorry, and thank you for sitting and being patient.
It was back at the 7th grade. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. It was back at the 7th grade when Hannah and I decided to join the field hockey team. It was right after the musical Peter Pan, and we were both pirates. It was pretty awesome. And we honestly just decided that we needed something to do with our spring because apparently sitting home on the couch wasn't acceptable for Hannah. We went through all the sports, track, softball, lacrosse, etc., before finally settling on field hockey. Neither of us knew a thing about it, but hey, with any luck, no one else would either. Hannah quickly fell in love with being the team's goalie, but she didn't exactly fall in love with the actual playing bit. She fell in love with the team itself.
It's hard to sum up in just a few moments what Hannah meant not only to me, but the whole program. She was not only a talented goalie, but a loyal friend who always had our backs. Sorry. Her compassion, positivity, and understanding this is dramatic, of others helped us to develop cohesion to become the close team that we are today. Perhaps the thing I continue to admire the most about Hannah was her modesty. I'll never forget when we made it to the Summer League Championship against Mendon, going into our sophomore year. The game ended in a tie, and we had to do penalty strokes to determine the winner. Hannah was nervous to have the championship title resting on solely her performance, but she didn't let it show. As usual, she performed remarkably and stopped nearly every shot she was faced with. She won us the game in the whole league, yet during all of the team celebration, she was the one giving people compliments. I think that says a lot about her character. Hannah was a treasured member of our team and will forever be on our minds and in our hearts when we play our beloved sport that brought us together 5 years ago.
Okay, the first thing I noticed about Hannah was her dedication. She was always putting in 110% effort and never gave up, even if it was stopping someone from scoring during a game or doing end-of-practice sprints and running her absolute hardest. The amazing thing about her was during practice, even if she wasn't doing her favorite thing, she did it with a smile and put in all the effort that it took. That spring, after being diagnosed, we were both at a modified game helping out, and she told me she was going to try as hard as she can to be able to play the next season. Even though she wasn't able to play, she came to our games and was our biggest supporter. The beautiful thing about Hannah was that she was always putting people before her. She would always ask others how they were doing and offer them support, advice, and a shoulder to lean on. She wanted people to enjoy the gift of life and laugh during the hard parts.
No matter what I say about Hannah, I could never do her justice in a speech because she was just such an amazing person in so many ways. One of Hannah's most prominent traits was her generosity. Throughout her battle with cancer, Hannah was constantly trying to give back, and she did so by organizing the Crush Cancer Concert, which raised nearly $30,000 to help other kids in their personal fights against cancer. And she donated her body for science. But her generosity was evident even on a smaller scale within our team. She volunteered at modified practices to help younger players develop their skills. She opened her home to our team for pasta parties, and she came to every one of our games that she could. And she was often our motivation for winning, as she will be for seasons to come.
You rarely meet people like Hannah, but when you do, they leave a mark on your heart forever. Happiness should have been Hannah's middle name. I have never met another person with such an amazing, positive attitude, outlook on life. When Hannah had cancer, she had said, "I am not afraid to die." This just shows me and many others how brave a person she truly was. The thing about Hannah was when you were with her, you knew you could be yourself. She always said, "Why waste your life being something you are not?" She looked at life in such a positive way. Even though her time on earth was extremely short, she changed so many people's lives. Her want to make others happy and enjoy life was incredible. I'll never forget such a beautiful angel. Hannah always had a smile on her face, and she wanted people to know it's important to cherish every day of life. She wanted everyone to feel like they belonged. Hannah left a mark on my heart that will never go away. I know for a fact she wouldn't want us to mourn and cry about her passing, but smile. She would want us to remember all the amazing times and memories we created with her. I know I will. Han, I love you, and I want to thank you for teaching me to do what I love. Smile, laugh, and of course, cherish every day of my life.
To me, there was no trait more apparent in Hannah than her positivity. There was something about her personality that continues to inspire me to be optimistic and to find the silver lining in every situation. As our field hockey goalie, she truly was the team's backbone. She always kept a level head even if a goal got past her, and in doing so, she helped the whole team to relax and focus on winning the game. She took this same approach on her battle with cancer. She didn't let the disease rattle her. Instead, she remained her strong, confident, beautiful self, which comforted her family and friends throughout her journey. On the day of her diagnosis, Hannah came to our field hockey game. I don't even think she stopped home after the doctor's appointment. She told us during halftime, and I remember the shock and fear that I felt at the news. But Hannah didn't let me be scared for long. She hugged me and told me not to worry, that she would be okay, and that I'd better go out there and start scoring some goals. Her smile didn't leave her face until the very end, and it is this positivity, optimism, and hope that all of us should strive to emulate for the rest of our lives. Next, we're going to hear from Mike Metzler in the song that he wrote for his sister called In the Spring.
I miss you a lot, Hannah. I'm really glad we have a beautiful day. In the springtime, you tend to cross my mind. In the springtime, I think about your face. In the springtime, and it seems to be the case that I feel an empty space when the snow melts and your memory fades away. In the springtime, you found it hard to walk. In the springtime, I know it hurt to talk. In the springtime, but somehow we found the words, and you dreamed up with the birds, 'cause your heart never knew any change. And your memory is burned in my brain. I remember you as you were, like it was yesterday. And I know there's peace now. And you tell me to shut my blabbering mouth, but I can't and I won't desist until the world knows that you were loved and you're missed. Until they know your light and how you made me shine. I know what you're thinking, but this here's no waste of time to tell them what I know. In the springtime, we got to hear your laugh. In the springtime, it took me to the path. In the springtime, and everything I have I love because I loved you. in the springtime. We still were making plans in the springtime. You held onto my hands in the springtime. And now I know your strength is greater than anything I can or will ever do. Your memory is burned in my brain. I remember you as you were, like it was yesterday. And for me, it was causing trouble like any two there ever was. The house and that tree, you'd say quit carrying on, come sit down next to me. But I can't anymore, and I'd be lying if I said I knew for sure that I'd see you again. And I'm so damn sorry for all that could have been. And it's no use now, but sister, thanks for teaching me how to love through pain. You kept your smile, I try to do the same. I love you more and more, and I know you'd say you'd heard this all before. But I can't and I won't desist until the world knows that you were loved and you're missed. Until they know your light and how you made me shine. I know what you're thinking, but this here's no waste of time. 'Cause I can't and I won't desist until the world knows that you were loved and you're missed. Until they know your light and how you made me shine. I know what you're thinking, but this here's no waste of time to tell them what I know. To tell them what I know.
Hannah Metzler was the most amazing person I have ever met. Hands down. She was also a bit of a wackadoo. That's her word, not mine. We were sisters at heart since we became best friends in second grade, and just about every redeeming quality I have can be accredited to her. For a while, I wanted to keep her special gift of friendship all to myself, and was honestly a bit jealous when she would hang out with other people. Then it hit me. Hannah had the kind of personality that needed to reach out to anyone and everyone. She never judged anyone before she got to know them, and she had the utmost respect and kindness for everyone because she knew and understood that every single person was important, which is probably why she was able to touch so many people. I'm so glad that she was able to make so many connections with so many people, and I know that they're all the better for it. Not only did Hannah make her mark on the people around her, but they also had a huge impact on her life, and I know how grateful she was for every single friend that she had. Friends like Izzy and Jess and Emily that stand with me today, who helped Hannah through her lawn battle and became very important to both Hannah and the Metzler family. Now, I could go on and on about how wonderful this girl was and how she changed so many lives for the better, but we'd be here for hours. Heck, I bet we'd be here for weeks. So, instead, Izzy, Jess, Emily, and I are going to talk about Hannah by using her name. We made her name into an acrostic poem, each letter describing a bit of Hannah's personality, and